ushindi. Kuwa na uhakika sasa, kulea mustakabali wa baadaye. Tufanye kazi pamoja na tukue pamoja. Kuimarisha Kenya ni jukumu la Kenya.
Hello there, this is Farm Kenya right here on KTN, and of course it's Tuesday. You know, we take you from the farm to the market and also to the plate. My name is Kelvin Nyakundi, and today we'll be talking about Eco-Hydro system of farming, hydroponic system of farming. And we'll be talking to Dan Wanderi, who is from this particular farm. We'll be looking at how he does it and what is it when it comes to the produce at the end of the day. Let's get right into it. All right, Dan, thank you so much for joining us. So let's look at your journey. What really motivated you to go into this type of farming?
Very good. The intention was to create a solution. I'm gifted in innovation, and during COVID, I saw a gap in the agricultural and food systems because there was lockdown. There was challenges, logistical challenges to move food from the rural areas to urban areas. And then I got thinking, how do we convert now the urban communities into food producers, that in such a scenario they are able to produce their own food and address the biggest challenge in urban areas, in cities and towns, which is access to land. So they have balconies, they have rooftops, they have backyards, perimeter walls. How do we help them to also be food producers sustainably using those small spaces? That was the motivation. And I started with a pilot on my own balcony when I created my own first tower and a simple vertical hydroponic garden, just to see how the experience would be. That was way back in 2020.
And now that you've spoken about the experience,
Yes.
2020, we're in 2025. What has been the experience, and what have you discovered with this type of farming?
To my shock, I discovered that agriculture is quite gratifying, because I come from another background. My background is in communication, and then I ventured into IT world, purely technical world, ethical hacking, robotics. That has been my main work. But when I ventured into this, I realized there are so many people who require such a solution. So as an innovator, you get that gratification when you solve a certain problem. So the embrace, the way the community, the market responded was very gratifying. And with that, the journey has been very good, because it has opened doors where probably my education did not, my previous job did not, but through innovation I've been able to do much than I was able to do previously. Yes.
All right, and now let's get into the technicalities. Let's look at hydroponic farming, the materials that you use, what is required, because many a times when people hear about hydroponic farming, you believe that there should be something plastic there, there should be something that is supposed to be put maybe outside the balcony in order. So just take us through the materials that you use. What is it that gives this particular material the go ahead, like it's the best to use in hydroponic farming?
Sure. Just to define hydroponic, hydroponic is simply soilless farming. It's the science of growing crops or plants without using soil.
Yes.
And there's a very good reason why we do that. One is to eliminate all soil-borne diseases and make it even possible for people to do vertical farming, because sometimes when you do it soil-based, there are a lot of challenges. So with an objective that we want to make every urban household a food producer, we use locally available resources. These are PVC pipes that we take through a process and convert them into gardens. So our main raw material is PVC pipes 4 inches and 6 inches. 6 inches for the tower gardens that we convert, perforate and shape into a tower garden, which is our fast moving product. And tower garden is just made of PVC, just standard size. And we have different types of sizes, to 1 meter in terms of height, 24 plants, and then the standard one that we have for 48 plants is about 5 feet tall. So these are locally available resources. And the growing media, Kenya, because of the Rift Valley, we have a lot of volcanic mountains, so the growing media is locally available. So we are able to make inexpensive micro growers in terms of hydroponic solutions, either as tower gardens, mini tower gardens, wall gardens, hanging gardens. Eventually also, we are also venturing, not really venturing, we are into it currently, now into commercial aspect.
Okay, yeah. We'll get to the commercial one. So now that you've said the material that you use, what goes into setting it up? How do you set it up? Because you've said it's soilless. So what goes into that in order for it now to hold the plants? Just take us through that.
We package, we sell the tower as a package. Why? We want it to make it very convenient. You see, there's also the demographic issue or a social issue we are also trying to overcome. The fact that the average age of farmers in Kenya is about 55 years.
Yes.
Meaning, we are also trying to attract young people into agriculture. So the fact that tower gardens comes inclusive of the tower garden itself, the growing media, seedlings of your choice, a drip system so there's no manual watering, the base, and then we come and do the installation, plus the nutrients. The nutrients is there, that's the food that the plants consume. So we do the solutions as a complete package. And then beside the product is the service around it. We ensure that we go with you through the journey until at least you make your first harvest. By then you will have learned how to interact with the systems, you have gained the knowledge, and then you can be dependent. Yes.
So let's look at a regular farmer at home, and they want to get into this type of farming. What is it that they need to do in order for them to get the solution that you've spoken about, in order for them to get this particular vertical system? How do they, if they are not even, if they're not in Nairobi, let's say they're not in Nairobi, what other materials can they use in order for them to hack hydroponic farming?
There's something called DIY, do it yourself.
Yes.
So we get out of requests on, now, if I don't want to do the standard towers, what else can I use? You can use, if you have one, the first thing you need to have is the knowledge. Because without the knowledge or the information, you will not be able, you may have the materials but you're not able to do it. So the first thing is to ensure that you have the information. Second, the locally available resources like these empty jerry cans, containers, even the waste PVC. Sometimes you build a home and there are leftovers. You can convert them into gardens. Containers, water bottles is waste. You can convert it, have to be creative. The good thing about hydroponics is this: if you are creative, you're able to play around with so many materials, including these with water bottles. You can just walk into any landfill and pick and convert it into a garden. So it's a matter of creativity. So many things, so many materials, even polythene. These polythene bags, this way you can just customize it and create a small garden just on your small space on your backyard. Tires, old tires, those empty jerry cans, you just cut them, customize it, ensure you can get. But if you need guidance, we're always there to ensure that DIY project that you want to do, we can also help you, because sometimes you may want to do it, but information is an issue.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's look at the crops. What crops can be planted with this type of system, and if they can't be planted with this kind of system, can they also use another different way? The way you've said tires. So just give us the number of crops that a farmer can put in this type of system.
Currently, we have been able to do more than 20 varieties of crops. Ideally, through hydroponics, you can grow any crops that doesn't have a taproot. The only issue that limits what you grow is the size of the pipe. Otherwise, if you have a huge tank, you can even do banana or even a fruit tree. But you have to accommodate that space for the taproot. Now that, because now we don't want to go that line and they don't have that space because we're focusing on the urban communities, we grow a lot of vegetables from kales, spinach, curry kales, tomatoes, capsicum, red, yellow and green, onions, herbs, mint, oregano, thyme, sage, basil. You do it very, very easily using tower gardens, as long as the plant does not have a taproot. However, if a plant has a taproot, you can just create a big container. If you have the means to do it, it will still grow. Yes, because basically what the growing media does is to replace the role of the soil and play the role of soil and eliminate the soil-borne diseases.
And when you encounter plants that are not really growing in this type of system, what could be wrong? And if you've really ever encountered plants that are not, they have stunted growth, they're not moving, maybe this period when they're supposed to be at a certain size, they're still stagnant where they were, what happens in that scenario? And is it even easy for that to come by?
Yes, the reason why we walk the journey with our clients is to ensure that they make their first harvest. Meaning, sometimes we encounter challenges where maybe the farmer did not feed the nutrients. You see, this is different. Hydroponics is different from the conventional farming, because in hydroponics, the plants depend on you as a person to ensure that in the nutrient reservoir, you put the right nutrients. So if you encounter such challenges, we always look at the feeding program. What is the feeding program that the farmer used? Did they skip some of the nutrients? Because if it is standard crude, it means there's a deficiency for something. So we analyze and say, no, for you, we see these are turning like yellows. If you have vegetables, we can see the deficiency for nitrogen. So what do we do? So in our nutrients formula, we increase the amount of nitrogen and remedy that. Yes.
Okay. And I've also seen around your farm, you also have seedlings that you grow. Take us through the process of the seedling and how it has really elevated this type of farming and how it is connected to hydroponics type of farming.
We do our own seedling propagation, also soilless, using a growing media we call coco pit and also trays. And the reason we do that is because when we give you a hydroponic solution, a tower garden, a spiral garden, a wall garden, it comes inclusive of seedlings of your choice. So we took it upon ourselves to ensure that we propagate on the side our own seedlings to create a complete ecosystem. So we just get trays, get the growing media, get the seeds we want, and then propagate. And then that's where we get the seedlings and transfer to the sites as we install to clients.
All right.
Yes.
Let's go back to now the vertical one and look at a farmer who has used the system, and they want, of course, they've harvested whatever crop was there. Now they want to clean the particular vertical or the horizontal one.
Yes.
How do they go about it, and how do they make sure that at least it's ready for the next planting?
There's something good about hydroponics using the growing media, because the growing media is a one-off thing. You recycle on and off. So if, say, you harvest and you want to do the next season, if there was no disease that you noticed from the growing media, there's no need to do anything. You just need to source a seedling and put into the grow hole, and the cycle continues.
Okay.
But if you realize there were some infections, some diseases, you just need to get it out of the system and then sterilize. You sterilize, it's very easy how to sterilize using warm water. You can also buy some sterilizing solutions. Also, there are other locally available means to sterilize. So when you sterilize, you just take it back to the tower, get the seedlings, and then you have now done another cycle. Yes, using the same growing media.
So when it comes to chemicals, of course fertilizer and all these types of additives that are put in plants, and you find that they end up spoiling the the way the plant is supposed to be. Do you advise a farmer who is using this kind of system to use the fertilizers that are there in the market?
Basically, they are very good hydroponics fertilizer. When it comes to hydroponics, we call them just nutrients. That's the common language in the world of hydroponics. However, what you feed the plants, the source is what matters, because you're depending on water, is fertilized water that is used to feed the plants. So the source of nutrients can be either from other sources like rabbit, vermiliquid, or any other organic source. Synthetically, there are hydroponics fertilizers, all nutrients available, and they are safe. They are good to use. Only that, use as guided. Yes. So you can use. However, when it comes, organics is good. However, sometimes in this kind of a system, it's always good to use what is scientifically proven. You should give the plants for maximum productivity.
All right.
Yeah.
So a farmer has ventured into this, and they are saying now they want to go the commercial side. So, and they want a bigger type of the vertical system and the size of the area that they want to plant. So, does that really matter when it comes to this type of farming? Can you still use the same vertical systems that we are seeing that you have here, or you'd require now a bigger type of hydroponic system?
When you talk about commercial, it's just a matter of numbers.
Yes.
The higher the numbers, you change from subsistence to commercial. It's just about numbers. So it's a matter of, if for someone who wants just a kitchen garden, you can put from as less as 1 tower to about 10 towers.
Yes.
Basically, that's enough for an average Kenyan family. But higher than that, 20 towers, 30 towers, 100 towers, like we have done for 100 towers, we are doing another for 500 towers. It's just a matter of the numbers that you want to achieve. It's the same case like in conventional farming.
Yes.
When you want to do commercial project, you decide, do I want to do it in 5 acres, 10 acres, 100 acres? It is the same case. I want to do a commercial project. What numbers do I want to achieve? I want to achieve numbers equivalent to 5 acres of land, because an acre of land takes between 15,000 to 19,000 plants.
Okay.
That is equivalent to 300 towers to 400 towers, which is equivalent to 50 by 100 plot. So it means what you could produce in an acre, you can produce in 50 by 100 plot. So it's about numbers. If you wanted to achieve a produce for 2 acres, you get 2 plots, 50 by 100. You have between 600 to 800 tower gardens, and you have achieved a commercial number. Yep.
Right. So how easy is it to manage, for example, the numbers that you're talking about? Let's say you have 100 towers, you have 200 towers. How easy is it to manage that? If you look at the conventional type, yes, and you look at this,
anyone venturing into agribusiness commercially, whether it's big or small, is always about numbers. Like in any other business, there's something called cost of production. This cuts a lot of cost of production. Why? Number one, there's no land preparation. There is no cost of weeding. If you are farming something like tomato, by the time you finish the life cycle of the tomato, you have weeded probably twice minimum or thrice. In this case, it's 0. The amount of water that is used to sustain 1 tower, which has 48 plants, is less than 1 liter a day. It means you save up to 80% compared to conventional farming. Look at the labor. You only need to open the drip system for about 5 to 7 minutes in the morning and in the evening. So you don't need like a farmer, an employee there full time to take care of the 100 towers. No, you need to spare, that's less than 20 minutes in a day, to open the dripper for 5 minutes in the morning and the evening. That's it, until maybe if you're doing something that will require pruning. So cumulatively, the cost of production using this kind of hydroponics towers, is way less compared to conventional farmer. meaning when you go eventually to the market, your profit margin is higher compared to someone who did in the normal soil.
Okay.
Those are the economics around this kind of farming commercially.
All right. So even as you spoke about the water that the plants need in a day, also the temperature. Give us a little bit about how the temperatures are controlled, because I can see there's a covering here, so that means that there's some type of temperature that needs to be under which the plants thrive. So give us that.
True. Yeah, depending on the kind of crop you want to do, let me just use some variety. If you're going to do tomatoes, there's always an option. You go and ask, I want to buy a greenhouse variety. That will inform the kind of structure that you do. However, this kind of farming does not require any special kind of setup like in a greenhouse or a level of temperatures. That decision is driven by what kind of plant you want to do and the variety therein. Also the environment, because beside offering a shade, it is a mechanical way to keep the pests away. Like there are environments we go and there are monkeys around and you don't want to farm for the monkeys.
Yes.
So it's a mechanical way to keep them off. At the same time, when we enclose the structures, we reduce the chances of using agrochemicals, because we try as much as possible not to use chemicals to control the pests. So with the enclosure, it reduces the chances of pests, like butterfly to come and lay eggs there. Over in a couple of days, you have caterpillars full in your farm. So they are dynamics. But for urban farmers, maybe you have a balcony, you don't need to worry whether you need a shade. Yes. Maybe for someone doing bigger projects, it's something you can consider depending on the environment. However, no specific temperature is required. However, in hotter regions, because we have done this in northern Kenya, we use misters to control the temperature. Yes.
Okay. When it comes to the amount of money that you used to set up such a structure, what went into that? And also, even before we get to the structure, the towers, how much do they go for, and where can, if someone wants to buy them, where can they get them? Can they also order them online? So, because you see, we're in the online age, so give us a perspective when it comes to that.
Very good. We have solutions for everyone. For commercial farmers, those who want to do big project, for just home use, we have the smallest package we have is a mini tower for 24 plants, a complete package with seedlings, drip system, the nutrients is 2,500. That's the entry level for a small kitchen garden. And then we have standard tower gardens for 48 plants with everything, including installation, at 4,500. So that's the entry level for anyone who wants to do.
Okay.
And for commercial project, it is the same tower that you just do numbers. I want 100 of them.
Okay.
Comes to 450,000. I want 50. I want 10. So just do the numbers based on your budget. So we make it very flexible that you can fit your budget. Do you want 2 towers for your balcony? Fine. I want 100 for my commercial project. You just do the 4-5 times 100. You just arrive. It's very easy, and it comes inclusive of everything that it requires. Yes.
All right. So we're going to go for a short break, but when we come back, we're also going to be looking at some of the nitty-gritties when it comes to hydroponic system of farming. Don't go too far.
Kuwa mkono ambao unalima ardhi, mlango wa kulima, kuwa mshindi, kuwa na uhakika sasa, kukulea mustakabali wa baadaye. Tufanye kazi pamoja na tukue pamoja, kuimarisha Kenya ni jukumu la Kenya.
Nivea Radiant and Beauty even